Solving problems using a table of values, and we're going to focus on building a pattern with these table of values. Okay, so our question says, for Valentine's Day, each person in Sandra's study group gave a card to each other person. Okay, so we'll first start drawing a diagram, and then we'll build our table of values after. Now, normally a table of values consists of two things, and we're going to have to probably title them. So I'll just kind of set it up on the side, but we won't start it yet. Let's imagine in example 1, so we'll call this example 1, there's only one person in Sandra's group, okay? So one person. There's only one person. Is there anyone to give a card to?
Nope.
No, there's nobody to give a card to. So how many cards are there?
0.
That's right, good. So 0 cards. So that's kind of our first scenario, and that'll help us build our table. What are going to be our 2 categories? What would we call this? What would you like to title it?
Number of people.
Yeah, that's a great title. So I'm going to use this symbol here. This means number, okay? Number of people. And then what would our second category be?
Number of cards.
Oh, great. Number of cards. I know that stands for hashtag these days. Used to be number back in the day. Pretty sure it still does. Anyways, okay, so example 2. Let's say there are 2 people. Okay, so 2 P-O-P-L-E. Let's draw the situation. So we have Sandra and we'll say Bobby. Okay, so Sandra, we'll draw our first tree with just Sandra. So Sandra, oh my, that's not what I want to do. Let's kind of erase Bobby here for a sec. Sandra can give a card to Bobby, right? So she gives 1 card to Bobby. Well, that's all there's left. And then we have Bobby. Bobby can give a card to Sandra, right? Are those the only really scenarios there are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how many cards?
2.
Oh, that's right. There are 2 cards. We just counted there are 2 cards. So let's start building our chart. Number of people. In the first one, we had 1 person gave us 0 cards. Okay. In our second scenario, we had 2 people gave us 2 cards. Okay, that's some good info.
Trixie wants to go outside.
Okay. Scenario 3 or example 3. Okay. Example 3. 3 people. So we had names before. We had Sandra, Bob. Who else are we going to call in there? Quincy. Okay. So let's set up these scenarios. Sandra can give a card to Bob and a card to Quincy. Okay. Bob can give a card to Sandra and a card to Quincy. And Quincy can give a card to Sandra and a card to Bob. How many cards are we counting out here?
6.
That's right, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. So we have 6 cards. Let's kind of write that in there. So that means with 3 people in the group, we have 6 cards. Interesting. Okay, let's continue this scenario. Let's do it over here. Example 4, 4 people. Let's add another name. We have Sandra, Bob, Quincy. Who else we want?
Chris.
Chris. Excellent. So let's set this up now. Sandra can give a card to Bob, Quincy, and Chris. Okay, we're just using initials here. Bob can give a card to Sandra, Quincy, Chris. Quincy can give a card to Sandra, Bob, and Chris. And finally, Chris can give a card to Sandra, Bob, and Quincy. How many cards are we getting here?
Twelve.
12. So we got 12. So 12 with 4 people. What are we going up by? It's tough to tell here. It's tough to tell. The first one, it went up by 2. And then this one went up by
4.
And then this one went up by
6.
Oh. So, using this idea, okay, let's use blue. So plus 2, plus 4, plus 6. Can you predict what the next one will be?
Plus 12.
Why plus 12? What was the pattern?
Or maybe plus 8.
Aha. Maybe plus 8. And why do you say plus 8? Because it's increasing by
2.
each time. So how many cards will be in the next scenario?
20.
Okay. And that means it would be 5 people. So I'm going to test it out. It'll be a little tedious, this example. Example 5, 5 people. Let's see if it works. And I'm going to show you another trick as we're going through this. Who do we have? We had Sandra, Bob, Quincy, Chris, and Kyle. Should we do that? Okay. First scenario, Sandra, she can give cards to 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do is just go 1, 2, 3, 4. Bob, Chris, Kyle. That's one scenario. Bob can give cards to Sandra, Quincy, Chris, Kyle. Quincy can give cards to Sandra, Bob, Chris, Kyle. Chris can give cards to Bob, Quincy, Sandra, Kyle. Kind of do that in a funny order. And then Kyle can give cards to Sandra, Bob, Quincy, and Chris. So we have, and I'm going to use some multiplication to figure this out. If there are 5 people in the group, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many other people are left then? If there's 5 people, you obviously don't give a card to yourself, so you can give out how many cards? Each person can give out how many cards?
4.
That's right. So if we have 5 people giving out 4 cards, what mathematics can we use to figure this out quickly?
5 times 4, which equals 20.
That's right. So did we predict properly?
Yeah.
We did. Excellent job.